Hello everyone, Carson here, and in this video, I'm gonna be solving Wordle number 1293 and New York Times Hard Sudoku for January 2nd, 2025. So let's get this video started with Wordle number 1293. I'm gonna start with the word ranch, because I haven't started this word before, and I think all these 5 letters are quite common, and it's good to use them. So I got the C and H yellow. So this could be a clue of a word beginning with CH. For example, chest. I can try chest, because all of these letters are commonly used letters. So let's go with chest. Okay, it's not, but got the C, H, and S green, which means E can only go last. And in this case, the answer should be chose. And chose is today's Wordle answer. Alright, got it in 3 tries. That was very, very nice. Got my 300th third guess attempt. So yeah. This is my 300th Wordle solve, getting it in 3 tries. So what a nice way to kind of start off 2025. I do wish you all a happy new year. 2025 has just started, and hope you all can meet all your wishes and goals, have a very successful year. So wish you all the best. Happy New Year, 2025. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, my first 2 guesses were absolutely, near perfect. I cannot ask for a better start. So yeah, I'll gladly take it. Got today's Wordle answer chose in 3 tries. After I'm done with this, this is Wordle number 1293. Let's now move on to New York Times Sudoku. Again, today is January 2nd, 2025. Let's start the hard difficulty Sudoku for today. These ones force the digit 1 into one of these 2 cells in block 2. This one points left and this one points down. So in block 4, the digit 1 is forced into column 2. This 3 points up and this 3 points left to force the digit 3 into column 3 in block 4. These 4s force the digit 4 into this cell in block 5. These 4s point up and this cell sees another 4. So in block 5, the digit 4... Did I say block 5? I mean block 2. This is block 2, alright? The number of blocks are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm wrong, please do tell me, but I usually... This is the way I tell the blocks in Sudoku. Hopefully I'm not wrong. Yeah, these 4s force the digit 4 into this cell in block 2. So yeah, and then these 4s point left, this cell sees another 4, so in block 1, the digit 4 is forced into this cell. So my mistake there was, I said that this was block 5 instead of block 2, but this is block 2, so 4 goes into this cell. Let's put down the markings of the 4 in blocks 7 and 9. We've only got these 4s left, so almost got the 4s done. Okay, after I place this 4, these 5s force the digit 5 into this cell in block 1. These 5s point down and this cell sees another 5, so in block 7, the digit 5 is forced into this cell. These 5s force the digit 5 into one of these 2 cells in block 8. Oh, but, because of this 5 pointing down, the digit 5 in block 5 is forced into column 6. So 5s here eliminate 5 from this cell, because look, in block 5, the digit 5 has to go in column 6. So no other open cells in block 6 can contain a 5, which means I can eliminate 5 from this cell. And 5 is therefore forced into this cell in block 8. But also, 5 can't go into this cell because of this 5 pointing right, which forces the digit 5 in block 6 into row 6. In block 6, the digit 5 must be in row 6, which eliminates 5 from this cell, placing 5 in this cell in block 5. I can also mark 5 in one of these two cells in block 3. These 6s points left. Alright, these 7s force the digit 7 into column 2 in block 4. And these two cells form a 1-7 pair. As you can see in block 4, the digits 1 and 7 are missing. These 1s and 7s force both 1 and 7 into these two cells only. So in order to fit both 1 and 7 into block 4, I have to make these two cells reserved for 1 and 7. It can only be 1-7 or 7-1. I have to make these two cells reserved for 1 and 7 in order to fit both of them into block 4. So this 1-7 pair eliminates all other digits from these two cells. 6 now cannot go into this cell because of the 1-7 pair. So the digit 6 in block 4 is forced into this cell. This 1-7 pair makes the other 3 open cells in block 4 contain 2, 3, and 8. This cell sees 2 and 3. So 2 and 3 go into the other two cells, making the cell an 8. 2 and 3 are also the missing digits of row 4. Okay, this 2-3 pair makes the other two open cells in this column also a pair of 8 and 9. You'll only have 2 and 3 in these two cells, so 8 and 9, which are the other missing digits of column 3, will then have to go into the other two cells, right? So 8-9 pair here. Similarly, in column 2, this 1-7 pair will only have 1 and 7, which makes the other 3 open cells in column 2 contain the other missing digits of column 2, which are 4, 6, and 9. This cell sees 4, so it's 6 or 9, 4, 6, 9, 4, 6, 9, but this cell sees 9. So this is how the triple goes. These 8s force the digit 8 into this cell in block 6. And then these 8s force the digit 8 into one of these two cells in block 5. Okay, while I'm seeing this, oh, it is actually, I can actually place an 8. Okay, in column 5. In column 5, the missing digits are 2, 3, and 8. These two open cells see another 8, but 8 still has to go somewhere in this column because it's still missing. So, in column 5, the digit 8 is forced into this cell, leaving behind a 2-3 pair in this column. Okay, this cell now cannot contain an 8. I can place the 9 and 8 like so. Now, 9 in column 2 is forced into this cell, or you could have just said that after I place this 8, this 9 points up to force the digit 9 into this cell in block 1. Same result. Okay, and then in block 1, the missing digits are 3, 6, and 7. So let's mark that down. This cell sees a 7. Which means that these 3 cells down here form a 1, 2, 8 triple. These 8s force 8 into this cell, leaving behind a 1-2 pair. Okay, these 8s point... Oh, sorry, we've already got an 8 in block 3, but I can mark down 8 in one of these two cells in block 2, and these two cells actually form a 1-8 pair. As you can see in block 2, the digits 1 and 8 are missing, and these 1s and 8s force both 1 and 8 into these two cells only. So again, in order to fit both 1 and 8 into block 2, I have to make these two cells reserved for 1 and 8. So this 1-8 pair eliminates all other digits from these two cells. And I can keep in mind that this 1-8 pair makes the other 4 open cells in block 2 contain 2, 3, 6, and 9. I might not, oh, well, I can actually, because these 3 cells see another 9. So, after eliminating 9 from the 1-8 pair, with these 9s, the digit 9 in block 2 is forced into this cell. Now I can mark down 2, 3, and 6 in these 3 cells. This 1 points down to force the digit 1 into column 9 in block 6, and then these 1s point down. This 9 points right to force the digit 9 into row 5 in block 6. I can also just mark down 2, because these are all the markings I need in block 6. Every missing digit and its corresponding possible cells to be in. So yeah. Let's think about column 8. In column 8, the missing digits are 1, 2, 7, and 9. Yeah, this cell sees 1, 2, and 7, so it can only be a 9. Of course, you could, like, in hard Sudokus, this is how I place digits. But for easier explanation, I'm just gonna mark down all digits 1 through 9 in this cell and eliminate the ones that this cell cannot contain one by one. Of course, you won't do this for every single cell, and of course, you won't actually use this method for every cell in hard Sudokus, but I'm just doing this for easier explaining. This method is to let you see the concepts behind. So this cell sees 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So this cell cannot contain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So it can only be a 9. In Sudoku, we cannot leave cells empty. So I have to put a digit into every single cell. And if this cell cannot be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and it can only be a 9, well then I must make this cell a 9, because if 9 does not go into this cell, it would end up being empty. And that's no good, right? In order to avoid empty cells, I must put a 9 into this cell, as 9 is the only digit that is possible to go into this cell. So it has to be a 9, because it can't be anything else. But of course, an efficient and fast method of placing a digit is to just look at some more restricted rows or columns. For example, I looked at column 8. I was thinking about the missing digits, which were 1, 2, 7, and 9, and this cell sees 1, 2, and 7, so it can only be a 9. So that's how I got the digit placed. Let's mark down the rest. 1, 2, and 7 are the missing digits. So this cell sees 1, so it's 2, 7, 1, 2, 7, 1, 2, 7. This cell sees 7, so it's 1 or 2. I can also mark down row 1. We have a 1, 8 pair here, so the other 3 open cells in row 1 form a 3, 5, 6 triple. Hmm. Did this 9 do anything? Yes, it did. Because now, these 9s point right, and this cell sees the 9 that I recently placed. So in block 9, the digit 9 is forced into this cell. And then look at the markings of 4. This 9 removed one of the 2 possibilities for 4, so I can immediately make the cell a 4. Of course, prove it by these 4s, which does force 4 into this cell, but the markings are, of course, for efficient solving. This 4 resolves this pair by placing 6 and 4 this way. The missing digits of row 7 are 1, 2, and 3. This cell sees 1 from block 6. Okay, now in row 8, 1, 2, 6, and 7 are the missing digits. This cell sees 1 and 7, so it can only be 2 or 6. And I guess the others are just 1, 2, 6, 7, so not going to mark that down. Oh, this cell sees the 1 from block 6, so it can only be 2, 6, or 7. I think the cell is quite open. Oh, the 3. Yeah, this 3 points right, and this 3 points down, to force the digit 3 into this cell in block 9. These 3's point up to force the digit 3 into this cell in block 3, which makes this cell a 6 and this a 5 to complete the majority of row 1. Now the digit 5 in block 6 is forced into this cell. This cell now sees a 9, so it can only... Oh, sorry. I meant to eliminate the other way around. I can complete column 7 by placing 2 and 6 this way. Yeah, this cell sees 9, so I can place 9 and 1 this way to complete block 6. 2, 6, and 7 are the missing digits of block 3. This cell now sees a 1, so I can place 7 and 1 this way. These 7's force the digit 7 into this cell in block 5. This 3 points left to force the digit 3 into this cell in block 5, which makes this 3, 2. 2 and 8 are the missing digits of block 5, or row 6, as you like it. This cell is for 1, 2, or 7 because of the row. Now, what am I missing? This cell sees a 3. Okay, I guess I'll just mark down the cells. Don't see anything yet. So, for this column, for column 4, the missing digits are 1, 2, 6, and 8. This cell sees 8, so it's only 1, 2, or 6. And this cell, I guess I'll just do it this way. It sees... I don't think it sees 1. I don't think it sees 2 either. I don't think it sees 3 either. It does see 4 or 5. Don't think it sees 6. Don't think it also... don't think it sees 7. Sees 8 and 9. So this is it. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7. Oh, the 1, 2, 8 triple in column 6. Ah, there we go. So in column 6, we have 3 open cells which only contain 3 certain digits. So in order to avoid empty cells, I must keep 1, 2, and 8 in these 3 cells. Because 1, 2, and 8 are the only 3 digits that these 3 cells can contain. So in order to avoid empty cells, I must keep 1, 2, and 8 in these 3 cells. So this 1 to 8 triple eliminates 1s, 2s, and 8s from all other open cells in this column. So this cell cannot contain 2, this cell cannot contain 1 or 2, this cell cannot contain 1 or 2 because of the 1 to 8 triple. You know, it affects the placement of 1, 2, and 8 in column 6, which are in these 3 cells. So no other open cells can contain 1, 2, and 8 because they see the whole 1 to 8 triple. So after eliminating 1 and 2 from this cell, for this row, it can only be 7. Because 1, 2, and 7 are the missing digits of row 8, but this cell sees 1 and 2 from the 1 to 8 triple. So this must be a 7, which makes this 2, this a 2, This 2 makes this 1, and this a 2. Over here, 1 and 2. This is a 7. Yeah, but this 2 makes this a 3 and 2 to complete column 5, which makes this 6, 7, 3, 7, 6, 3. Okay, this cell can only be a 6, right? Yeah, because I've eliminated one from this cell earlier because of the 1 to 8 triple, so it must be a 6, which makes this 1, 1, 8, and so this Sudoku puzzle is complete. Alright, I finished today's New York Times Hard Sudoku in 18 minutes and 16 seconds, so I would say this Sudoku puzzle is mostly straightforward. I'll get as a quick summary. So I think it was mainly pairs or triples which were important, so I feel like the 1-7 pair in block 4, yeah, in block 4, the 1-7 pair, and then after placing the 6 and 8, the 2-3 pair as well. So the 1-7 pair and 2-3 pair actually also affected columns 2 and 3 respectively. So these two pairs in block 4. And also the 1-8 pair in block 2. The 1-8 pair in block 2, which also works for row 1. So that was useful to spot. And then this 9 over here, in block 3, there was this single 9 at the intersection of row 1 and column 8. This 9 this cell sees every other digit. It sees every digit apart from 9. So 9 has to go into this cell. This single was quite important to spot if you want rapid progress. So yeah. And also towards the end, the 1-2-8 triple in column 6, that really finished it. So yeah, the 1-2-8 triple in column 6. Yeah. Which eliminated these 3 digits from all other open cells in that column. So yeah, the 1-2-8 triple in column 6, and I think these were the key spots. I don't think this is too tricky. It's definitely straightforward in terms of hard difficulty, so yeah. If you have any other questions or difficulties, feel free to leave them in the comments down below. I'll be glad to reply you, and hopefully this video helped. And yeah, a good way to start 2025 with Sudokus. Yeah, today is January 2nd, 2025. In this video, I've solved Wordle number 1293 and New York Times Hard Sudoku for today. See you all in tomorrow's video. Bye!